Hello Taurus, welcome to my channel, Sarah Angel Tarot. This is your reading. It's the full Celtic cross, and as you know, this will not resonate with all Taurus individuals. Some of you may be dealing with an air sign, but this is for Taurus. The main energies coming in for Taurus, those born on the zodiac sign of Taurus that is dominant in their chart. Taurus, the energies coming in for Taurus. Let's see, beginning energy we start off with. Let's see what they are, and hopefully we get a positive reading, and I always look for one, but sometimes it doesn't happen, and we will work through it. I say that all the time. We do work through it. Oh, there you are, Princess of Disc, possibly. Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo in the upright, trying to regain stability, experience. Keeping a good head on their shoulders. Let's see what else we got coming in. You feel like you don't have a lot of gain. You feel like you don't have a lot of independence, and maybe that's what you're going for with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Let's see why it's in reverse. Because you're not making a sound decision. You're holding on to two things, and one of them you got to let go to move forward. So it's like you're afraid to let go of things that you always had and going forward to something new, and you're saying, well, I'll just hang on to the other also. But in this case, something has to be let go. A choice has to be made so you can go forward. And I'm going to clarify these. Remember, when I clarify, I say this all the time, it will change the story up and sometimes make it very interesting. Your goal, you're chained to something. Maybe your goal is to really throw yourself into something that will bring you some gain and security in your life. Maybe you're thinking that you are trapped and chained into a situation also, because the Devil card has to do with, like I said, chained to a certain situation or obsessed with something, and so much that you need to go forward with something you can't think of anything else. Foundation is the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Again, it's like someone may have to drop something so they can move forward. You may be actually thinking of doing this, or you feel that change isn't coming fast enough. In the past, a new beginning, a leap of faith, taking a leap of faith. And this past may not have happened yet. I just call it the past position, but everybody's in a different timetable. But it looks like you may be taking a leap of faith. And why is because you need gain, but you're having trouble letting go of some things. But it looks like you may have to, because you're going to really go for something. In the near future, yeah, you're coming out of stagnation. You're going for something. You really are. It's the Hangman in reverse. The Hangman in reverse is what you're wanting. I hate it in the upright. It's non-movement. It's stale energy. When it's in reverse, it's no longer that way. You're coming out of a stagnant situation. And I'll lay down four more, and I'm going to clarify these and see if the story changes up a little bit more, clarify the situation, and then we'll go to two more possible outcomes, whereas the advice from the universe and possible future outcome, and the final outcome, and what is coming towards you and your hopes and fears. But let's get the beginning part of it. Changing decks. I do shuffle these prior, and I'm still shuffling them in front of you. It's for Taurus. Clarifying cards. The energy's coming in for Taurus. Now we got the Gain card. It's the Nine of Pentacles though, but it's in reverse because, like I told you, you got to make a decision or do something. You got to take control. Two of Wands. So Nine of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Wands at crossing it. Why are you there for Taurus? What's going on? Yeah, you want to come out of anxiety, Nine of Swords. You're trying to come out of anxiety. You're trying to come out of nightmare situations, things that kept you up late at night. And that's what you're wanting. That's why you need to do what you need to do. So the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, Two of Wands crossing it, the Nine of Swords in reverse, and you want that in reverse. Why are you there? Yeah, and you want to come out of oppression or things being a burden with the Ten of Wands in reverse. It's a good card to have in reverse. So you're thinking about what your next steps are. So let's find out what the Devil's all about. And I already told you all the definitions it could be, but we need another card. So the Devil in the upright, why are you there for Taurus? Gain, yes, There it is again, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You are going to go for something so you can come out of this situation where you're not having gain, where you're not having stability. I do see you with a good head on your shoulders. So something, you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're just needing to go forward now. And it looks like you're going to. So the Devil in the upright, Nine of Pentacles in reverse while you're there for Taurus. That's what crowns them, or the goal. Maybe putting up some boundaries at the same time. Some of you may be trying to make peace with a situation. Others may actually drop, block something. To me, it's boundaries and making peace within yourself, trying to keep things going with the Two of Swords. Make a conscious decision for peace in your life. Now, the foundation right here, you got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. It looks like you're thinking about seriously dropping something, and I think you are, because I see too many cards of someone moving forward and coming out of stagnation. So Two of Pentacles in reverse while you're there for Taurus. Queen of Discs, yeah, because you're not gaining stability unless you do with the Queen of Discs in reverse. You must do it because it's got you to where you're not feeling stable in life, having your secure outlook. So you're thinking, I must drop something because it's just, not good for me. So the Two of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Discs in reverse as the foundation while you're there for Taurus. Some of you may be dealing with an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. It is the Princess of Swords. And with the Princess of Swords, this could also be a message that you will put a lot of energy into and be very blunt. That could be it too. But this situation is in the upright, but it also could be that you are, like I said, taking on this energy and start moving again. Start doing things again in a quick way. In the past, you got the Fool card, taking a leap of faith, going on to something new. The Fool card in the upright while you're there for Taurus. Why are you there in the past? But like I said, everybody's on a different timeline. Yeah, you're taking a leap of faith, and you're not even going to, for some of you, it is definitely a leap of faith because you got the Moon card that is clarifying it. Not so sure what the outcome is going to be. You're indecisive. You're like hell or high water. I'm doing it. I'm doing this, even though I don't see how it's going to end, or where it's going to take me, I should say. So the Fool card in the upright, the Moon in the upright while you're there for Taurus in the past. Could have something to do with the Knight of Wands. Maybe, or could it be you're doing something new or going into something new because of, in the past you were dealing with deceptive practices from the Knight of Wands possibly, or you think they're lying to you or not doing what's right by you. For some of you, this could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It is in reverse. But it's also someone non-committal and someone with a short temper, So you are jumping into something new, even though there's a little bit of uncertainty in it. And also the reasons why you may be doing it is because of deceptive practices in the past. You just wanted to get away from negativity and things of that nature. Now, in the near future, you have the Hangman. The Hangman is in reverse, and I like it in reverse, and you should too. No longer waiting around, no longer suffering, no longer stagnant. So, the Hangman in reverse while you're there for Taurus in the very near future. Yeah, you're definitely moving forward with the Knight of Discs going this way. That's usually a slow energy. If it was about movement in general, just movement, but because this is your energy, I see you just moving forward from a stagnant situation. Things are now moving forward for you. So this is the Hangman in reverse, the Knight of Discs in the upright while you're there in the very near future for Taurus. Yeah, it's that I don't see you. I see you taking a leap of faith. I see you having to make a decision. And you may do what you're doing without telling everybody. You're not going to be communicating with people as much as you think you are. Or maybe you're going to, whatever you're doing, whatever this leap of faith is, you're not going to spout it off to the world just yet, or you shouldn't be with the Eight of Wands in reverse. Just move forward, take yourself out of the yuck and grind and the things that were causing you issues, and go for that new leap of faith. Now I'm coming over here to possible future outcome and advice from the universe. Let's see what it is. It says you're here that you're not quite happy with the Nine of Cups in reverse. Let's find out why. Why aren't you happy? So what it is saying, it could be the universe saying you need to go for happiness, because right now you're not acting very happy. You're more obsessing. You're more looking at the past situations, and that the fact that you need to make a decision, and that in a way is not making you happy, because you felt like you couldn't make one, but I do see you eventually making one. So the Nine of Cups in reverse while you're there for Taurus as a possible future outcome and advice from the universe. Why? Yeah, walk away from things that don't make you happy. That's what it's saying with the Eight of Cups in the upright. So you got the Nine of Cups in reverse. You're not happy. The universe says walk away from it. Walk away from unhappiness. There's nothing wrong with that. Eight of Cups, in the upright. Sometimes we have to walk away from situations so we can prosper. So the Nine of Cups in reverse, Eight of Cups in the upright while you're there for Taurus. Yeah, you're going to work hard. This is work hard for it. And if you do as it says, you will be able to walk away from an unhappy situation. And some of you may gain work. You may gain stable work. It's hard work, but it's stable. And it's Eight of Pentacles in the upright. So I see some of you taking a really big leap of faith. And there's nothing wrong with that. Do it. What is coming towards you? Our outside environment, there's going to be no strife. There's not going to be no arguments. There's going to be no competition. So the Five of Wands in reverse while you're there for Taurus as the outside environment, what is coming towards them? Princess of Cups, this could be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And again, it could be a page, emotional messages. But I don't see anybody wanting to fight or argue anymore, even though a situation might have been emotional, or I do not see anything upsetting. I don't see any strife there that would upset you, But let me see again. Five of Wands in reverse, Princess of Cups in reverse while you're there is the outside environment, or what is coming towards Taurus. Could be that the Princess of Cups doesn't want to argue with you, and good fortune is coming your way. I don't think you're going to sit there and have a whole lot of competition, but I do see your luck changing with the outside environment, with the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. So some Taurus are going to do well. Hopes and fears, you're afraid abundance won't come in. You're afraid, for some of you, you may be afraid of overindulgence. But it's more or less just hopes and fears, and you can control those hopes and fears and look to the hopes and manifest what you're wanting in life, and it will come about if you really stick with it. Now the Three of Cups in reverse while you're there for Taurus in the hopes and fears section while you're there. You're afraid your ships won't come in. Your fears, you got to turn those fears around, Taurus. Three of Cups, Three of Wands, both in reverse while you're there for Taurus. Negative Nancy, maybe it's another reason why that devil's there. You're too stuck in your head, too, about not thinking you'll succeed. But you know what the universe says? Walk away from that stuff and go towards the things you want, and you'll get it. Walk away from unhappiness. Now the Three of Cups, Three of Wands, both in reverse in the hopes and fears while you're there for Taurus. What's going on? Yeah, make a sound decision with the Aeon. You know you need to make that final decision. And with this card, it is making a final decision. And maybe you need to make a final decision to realize to go for the things you're wanting. Don't let things tie you down or chain you down. But also realize that your thinking needs to change. And you need to walk away from unhappy measures. And walk away from it. It shows you come in out of stagnation. Final outcome, you may be dealing with the Queen of Swords. For some of you, this could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. You may very well be dealing with this person. Or you may be dealing with someone who is intelligent, wise, gives good counsel. You yourself can take on this energy and decide to become more wiser after all the things you've been through. It's called experience. But the Queen of Swords in the upright, while you're there, is the final outcome for Taurus. You'll be dealing with somebody, I think, like I said, that is wise, that you may go to advice for, that really gives good advice, that kind of keeps to themselves. You may be keeping to yourself, but I don't think so, because I see you coming out of stagnation. I'm thinking you're going to be meeting up with somebody that is of the Queen of Swords nature, that keeps to themselves. So that's a clue, just letting you know. This is the kind of person you'll be dealing with, someone that doesn't get out much. So the Queen of Swords, the Hermit, both in the upright, while you're there for Taurus in the very end. And the Princess of Wands. Didn't we have that energy here? Yeah, you're still going to be dealing with the person from the past, too. You're going to be dealing with a couple of people. The Princess of Wands could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They are in reverse, short-tempered, and non-committal. But I do see you dealing with a couple of people. Let me get another card. One more card, and then we'll sum this up. So the Queen of Swords, the Hermit, in the upright, Princess of Wands in reverse, while you're there is a final outcome for Taurus. I do see where this is going. We're going to sum this up. Yeah, because this person is not happy. The one with the Wands energy. They're not happy. And you're dealing with a couple of people. Now we're going to revamp. We're going to revamp and see what's going on. We do see you wanting to come out of a stagnant situation. You want to come out of oppression. You need to make a decision. The only falter I see you is not doing it, not going into something new. For very few of you, you're going to be stuck in your head possibly. And maybe, you got to change a situation. You got to drop a situation. You are dealing with a couple of people. In the past, you're saying, I'm jumping into something new. It may be the reason why you're doing this is because maybe you think someone kept something from you, lied to you, deceptives. Could have to do with the Knight of Wands. You may have thought this about them. Maybe they lied to you. Maybe you're thinking they're hiding something from you. Maybe they got a short temper. But you yourself are want to come out of oppression and anxiety. And I do see you moving forward and not necessarily telling everybody about it. The universe says to walk away from unhappiness, and so you will gain the things. The stability starts coming in, the work, the things you need to do. I do not see there being a lot of competition when you go for it. And I do see good fortune coming your way, but I also see some emotional type message also coming your way. Could have to do with a Cups or a Wands energy. In the end, you're going to be dealing with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is a good card in the upright, and they are a go-to and a go-to person for advice. They do keep to themselves, that is a hint, but you will also still be dealing with the Wands energy that is not happy with the situation. In the end, you will be thinking of past failures with this person or situations that you had, but they're just thoughts. Or is someone with this, if you see this a lot in other decks, is someone pondering of what went wrong and how they can go forward again. It's the Seven of Pentacles, actually. And it could have to do with a lover's situation. It could have to do with someone you were emotionally attached to. But I do see you keeping good memories. I do see someone still from the past being around with the Six of Cups. You do have some good thoughts, some good memories. And maybe it's what you're thinking about. And maybe that's why, in a way, you were kind of wondering, should you or shouldn't you do this? But I do see you actually doing it, going forward with something. A lot of you, a couple of you will be still stuck in your head. I hope not. But I do see you still dealing with past people and possibly someone, possibly new. One's got a good head on their shoulders and the other one's got a short temper. And I will be giving you another reading. Maybe I'll give you your bonus reading and see what else is coming along. But you are coming out of stagnation. I do see positive things coming your way if you walk away from unhappiness. But it's up to you, Taurus. It's up to you whether you walk away or stay where you're at.